Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for July 9th through the 15th. Before we start, I want to show you this week's giveaway. It's going to be this beautiful pair of amethyst earrings, which I made. They are charged with energy as well. So you can make sure to follow along AnethystAngelLight, Facebook or Instagram, and hit like or comment on the entry post, which will be up there for anyone who's interested in entering to win those earrings. So we're going to jump right into your reading for the week, guys. I don't know if you had anything like me. I know this week that went by, this past week, was kind of a grab bag of insanity. Really high highs and really low lows, but I think a lot of different signs are going through that right now with everything that's going on cosmically, with the planets and alignments. The time of big changes for the planet, for the universe, really, right now. But I'm asking for a card for Aries for Monday, Tuesday. Alright, Aries, there's your card for Monday, Tuesday. I'm asking for Wednesday, Thursday for Aries. Alright, Aries, there's your Wednesday, Thursday. And now I want a card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the end of the week for Aries. End of the week for Aries. There we go, my friends. And of course, love. We can't forget about love. Let's see what's going on with you guys for love. Now, as I'm connecting with the love energy, I'm feeling like this balanced feeling, like kind of a little seesaw that seems to be coming to an even little angle. So I think maybe you guys had highs and lows with love. And maybe kind of this week coming into this week, there's going to be a little bit more of a balance, or things maybe kind of calming down or mellowing out. Now, we'll figure it out. We'll see what the cards have to say. But let's go ahead and jump in here. This is going to be for Monday, Tuesday. You have Angel of Diet and Nutrition. Okay, so the card itself says pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. Now, I think for a lot of people, this card is going to be more about self-medication. Whereas I was just saying the energies are kind of intense right now, and you may be coming off of a really intense week last week. So going into this week, there might be a little bit of anxiety, kind of like, what is it going to be like? Are things going to be okay? And there may be a temptation, maybe like to drink, or even like to comfort eat. And so this card is just asking you to pay attention and to be aware that that's something that might be going on. Also, for anybody who's interested in trying to develop their intuition or their own psychic ability, because a lot of the people that gravitate towards my social media and people that end up being clients of mine are all people who are gifted spiritually and who are trying to grow that ability or nurture that ability. A lot of what we put in is affecting our psychic ability as well. You want to stay away from anything with a lot of chemicals in it. I know for me, I joke that when I want to close my third eye, I grab Doritos. I don't know what it is about Doritos, but when I eat them, there's just something about it that's a little numbing for me. So I guess with this card, there's something in which you might be ingesting or putting into your body, which is numbing you in some way. And your angels and guides are wanting you to not do that. And also for some of you, maybe, it is the summer season. Maybe you're really obsessing right now about, physique or things like that. And this card is saying, don't go to the other extreme. Make sure you're getting enough nutrition. Make sure you're putting the right things in your body. Maybe some of you are going hardcore with the protein shakes and the energy bars and things like that, and trying to have the meal replacement stuff. And although these things do serve a purpose, if we're not careful, if we're not balanced, then we're putting a lot of chemical into our body. And sometimes it's better to just have the actual natural whole foods, even if they are a little higher in the calories, I guess, but at least you're you're giving your body nutrition and vitamins. So maybe being balanced there in that way. So what we have here for the middle of the week, this is going to be for Wednesday and Thursday for Aries. You have Goddess of Strength. So the card itself says stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. I feel for a lot of you, this is going to be all across the board. I mean, it doesn't feel to me like it's just in terms of work, or if it's just in terms of family and friends or romance. This feels to me that for a lot of you guys, Aries, this is just all across your life kind of a theme right now, in having to find balance and speaking up for yourself, standing up for what is important to you, but also at the same time, just to do it in a way where you feel like you're not going off on people, or you're not alienating yourself in the process, or you're not scaring people. There's this kind of like difficulty finding balance where on one end you might be telling yourself, okay, well, I'm going to let something slide because I don't want it to come off like I'm nagging or I'm being demanding, and you let things go and it builds and builds and builds and you kind of blow up and you're like, oh man, here I go again looking like the crazy person, or here I go again looking like the bad guy. And this card is just basically finding that strong balance, finding that part of you that is assertive, that does speak up, that does stand your ground and does it in a firm way, but also remaining with that balance and not coming off overly upset or overly emotional, which is really true strength. So the good thing about this coming up is basically it's giving you confirmation and reassurance that you are headed in that direction, and that is something that you're going to be able to accomplish soon. And there's something going on midweek that is a part of that journey for you, Aries. So let's look into end of the week. This is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday for my Aries friends. We have Goddess of Beauty. Okay, so this is saying you are a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. So, I mean, I could not think of a better card to put in together with these two, because here we have the first card about, the diet and the nutrition and being balanced. Maybe some of you are being way too hard on yourselves, or being very critical and pushing yourself too hard, and then feeling frustrated and also working on the inner self and feeling like maybe you're coming off too abrasive in some situations, or this is really hard. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know if you're going to be good enough. You may be competing with yourself even in some cases. And then end of the week, the message that's coming in is like, look, honey, like you are a beautiful, whole, perfect, and complete child of God, child of the universe. You are wonderful as is. Even the things that maybe you see in yourself as weaknesses or damage in some way is beautiful, and you are transforming into an even more highly evolved version of yourself, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically even. And even though you're working on yourself and you're making these improvements, you're already perfect. You are already whole, perfect, and complete in this moment. You are already a beautiful being of light. And I think this weekend is going to be a time where a lot of you are going to be able to kind of detach a little bit from the stuff that's making you crazy, or the things that are triggering you to be so hard on yourself, and just being in that moment of that stillness and having time with yourself. You're going to realize that, you know what? I'm pretty friggin' amazing the way I am right now. So I look forward to you guys being able to have that moment and that time in the week ahead. And now let's go ahead and see what we have here for love for Aries for this week. We have playfulness, which also makes sense to me, right? Because the cards are already telling you, like, relax, like you're maybe pushing yourself so hard. And then you've got playfulness coming in. So if you're stressing out about your love life, if you're stressing out about a current relationship, maybe you're having too many serious talks with your partner. Maybe you're too focused right now on where things are going, or Are our feelings being acknowledged? Or what's happening with the finances? And don't get me wrong, those are all very important things that you need to talk about. Don't get me wrong. But you also need the playfulness. So if you're trying to sit down with your partner and figure out what's going on, why are you being distant, what's bothering you, sometimes, yeah, you need to do that. But sometimes you also need to come together with a sense of fun, with a sense of doing an activity or something that's bringing you guys together, making you laugh, maybe even bringing back some of that little flirtatious energy, whatever, what have you. But I think things have been maybe too serious for too long. And this week is asking you to bring in balance and to have fun and to be playful, right? Recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay? So, that's something that's coming in for you in your love life. And, you know, another thing too is what I really like about this card is they're just kind of having fun here on this swing. So this is making me kind of think about the fact that, like, you don't have to go out and party. You don't have to go have this crazy fancy dinner. You don't have to, like, go broke on, like, you know, wining and dining or some elaborate show or some elaborate weekend getaway. This is just spending time together, playing, connecting on just that very basic level. I mean, they're just cuddling on a swing. How awesome is that? So maybe spend time in nature with your loved one. Maybe if there's a way, I don't know why for some of you I feel like going swimming is something that's going to be happening, and that's going to be very fun, and being in the water, even though I know Aries is not a water sign. Maybe some of you Aries are with the water sign, and maybe that's where some of, like, the chaos is. But maybe there's something there in that playfulness that's coming in for you all. But I really, really feel like this week is going to be a game changer for a lot of you guys in bringing in happiness again. It's been go, 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 push, push, push. And like I said, I kind of saw that seesaw, like teetering, but then coming to that even balance. I think that's what's happening for you guys, not just in love, but even within yourself. So that's awesome, guys. I'm excited for you. Comment and let me know for next week's reading if you have a preference for the deck that I'm going to use. There's the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. There's the messages from your animal spirit guides for those of you who are really into animals or that more earthy shamanic feel. And then the deck that I used this week, which is Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. Comment and let me know if there's any of those decks that, you know, jump out at you that you might want me to use, or if you want to recommend another deck for me to use. If this did not resonate, be sure to cross-watch your other signs, your sun, moon, rising sign. Check all of that out. And sometimes those resonate more so than others, and you know, depending on the week and what's going on, what you're going through. I'm also going to do a choose your own reading this week, and if that's something that seems to take off, I'll do that every week. In case this one didn't maybe resonate with you, or you just want something a little extra, be sure to go and check out the choose your own reading for the week, in which I will have 3 separate little decks, and you'll pick one, and then the idea is your energy will draw you towards whatever message is meant for you. But Aries, thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous week. Thank you for subscribing to receive notices of future videos being posted. There will be a meditation video posted this week as well. And I look forward to reading for you all next week. Take care, Aries. Bye.